Hi everyone, welcome to our family-friendly Tabata. Today I have my helpers Rory on my right and Harper on my left. We're just gonna go through a really easy full body warm-up just to get ourselves ready for our class. We're doing some arm swings, bringing one arm in front and one arm behind the body. Just working a comfortable range of motion. Just keep swinging, just trying to be really nice to our shoulders as we wake up our body today. Perfect. Let's just do a few more. And then we're just gonna start marching or jogging in place. So whatever feels good for your body. We can bring our knees up as high as we want. We can swing our arms as much as we want, or we can keep ourselves with our arms and legs just in a more gentle range of motion. Do a few more, and then just settle your feet standing on your mat. We're gonna go through Rory's recommended exercise for our warm-up, and this is our hip openers. So we're gonna pick up one leg, we're gonna open the hip out to the side, and then bring it back down to the mat, and then just switch sides. Just opening your leg up. Let's do one more each side. Perfect. Okay, let's just take our feet a comfortable distance. We're just gonna practice our squats. So as we do our squats, we bend into our knees and our bum goes back behind the body. We can bring our arms in front just for a little bit of added balance. And then we're gonna stand up as tall as we can. For our squat, we're trying to keep our feet completely down on our mat or on the floor. And we're trying to stand up as tall as we can after each squat. Let's do 3 more, just getting our bodies warmed up. 2 more. And our last one. As we move through the exercises, just make sure that you're working at your own pace. Today we have 5 different exercises for you, and we're gonna set our Tabata timers to go through 6 rounds, 20 seconds work and 10 seconds rest. So let's just find space on our mat and make sure we have a little bit of room to move around. Our first exercise today is a standing plank, standing side plank. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand on one leg, then we're gonna bring our opposite hand onto our hip. We're gonna take that other leg out away from the body, and then the same leg that we have down on our mat, kind of as our stabilizing leg, we're gonna take that same side arm out away from the body. Then we can just start to tip our bodies over, trying to keep ourselves nice and tall, kind of squeezing in our tummy and tipping over as much or as little as we want. And we're gonna make sure that we're breathing as we hold this exercise. From here, we're gonna do this for 20 seconds, and then as we move through our Tabata cycles, we'll simply just switch sides to balance out our left and our right. So from here, moving on to our second exercise today, we're gonna go through our inchworms. So we're gonna stand up towards the back of our mat. Rory and Harper are gonna demonstrate our inchworms, which is just taking a big inhale, sweeping the arms up. Then we're gonna fold forward. Then bend the knees if we need to. We're gonna walk forward on our mat, and then simply walk back, bending the knees if you need to, and standing tall, taking a big sweep of the arms. I'm gonna demonstrate a variation of this exercise, which is simply just walking out and then shifting from a plank to a downward dog. So very slowly walking out, finding that nice strong plank, and then taking time drawing the belly up as you shift back to downward facing dog, and then coming forward. I'll just quickly show a side view so you can see how slow the movement is. Coming into that plank, shifting back to downward dog, and then taking your time to find your way back into our plank. Moving on to our next exercise. This is Harper's recommendation. Harper wanted us to do a slow squat today. So with our slow squat, like it said in the name, slow is the name of the game. We're gonna find a comfortable stance for our feet. Then we're just gonna slowly sink down throughout our 20 seconds work, bending at the knees, hinging the hips. Hands can be out front for a little bit of counterbalance. And then we're gonna take our time, try to move as slow as possible as we stand up tall. Let's do one more, moving nice and slow, and then lifting up nice and slow. So when you go through this slow squat, you should maybe only get 5 maximum in that 20-second period of our work phase. Moving on to our dead bug. I'm gonna give a side view of our dead bug, and Rory and Harper are gonna watch, and then we'll all do it together. So coming down onto our mats for our dead bug, we're gonna bring our legs up and our arms. Let's make sure that our tummy's drawn in and we have a supported low back. From here, we're gonna take our time to extend out opposite arm and opposite leg, and then drawing it back in. And then alternating arm and leg, moving nice and slow and making sure that we're breathing through the movement. For more work, we're gonna bring our arm and leg lower, but not touching it all the way down. If we feel like we need a little bit less movement, we're just gonna keep that range of motion a bit smaller. Let's all do this together now. Going ahead, laying back, bringing the arms and legs up, and moving slowly, opposite arm and opposite leg. Not really worrying about if we're not doing opposites. It's not a big deal. Just taking our time. Let's do one more. Our last exercise is our lunge. So we're stepping back into our lunge, which is called a reverse lunge. So make sure that you're more towards the top of your mat, or that you at least have room to step back behind you. From here, we're gonna just find a nice tall body, and then whatever leg feels good, we're just gonna step back, make sure the heel's lifted and that your 10 toes are pointed towards the top of the mat. Let's try to keep our upper body nice and tall, and then we're just gonna bend down into the knees and then step back forward. You can stay on the same leg for 20 seconds, stepping back and forward, or you can alternate legs, switching each time. If we need a little bit more of a stability challenge, what we can do is we can bring that knee up front, posing a little bit more stability work for our bodies. So if we're bringing that knee up, let's choose to stay on the same leg for the entire 20 seconds of our work phase. All right, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you so much for staying healthy through this time. Have a good day.